Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good Abend. My name is Mike Ungar, and I'm a member, the co-founder of the Industry 4.0 Club. This is our weekly fireside chat. Today, we're very fortunate to have with us Frank Müller from Germany. Before we get to Frank, just a quick introduction to the Industry 4.0 Club. We host meaningful conversations with a focus on enhancing and driving the deployment of Industry 4.0. We host conversations on Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, focused on women in manufacturing. Tuesday, we look at the future of manufacturing. Wednesday is our weekly fireside chat. And Thursday, we talk about people, process, and culture. All those times are 12:30 p.m. Eastern. When I'm not speaking to you as part of the Industry 4.0 Club, I'm a business coach and executive coach, having retired from Michelin North America after 35 years of working for them, focused on continuous improvement, operations, finance, and HR. So with that, I'd like to introduce our guest today. We're very fortunate to be joined by Frank Müller. Frank is the head of sales for Schuller Company. He's located in Berlin, Germany. So welcome, Frank. Just a bit about Frank. He shares a couple things on his LinkedIn profile that I thought I'd share with you. He says that sales is and was his passion. See, therefore, over his last 20 years of his experience, he's worked in a variety of areas of sales, both locally in Europe and also in international sales, focusing on creative new ideas and marketing. He also has a great commitment to advancing technology and independent thinking. So he's had a lot of experience, and currently, as I mentioned, he's head of sales for Schuller Company. Previously, he worked for Aviva and has done several other sales leadership roles in his career. So with that, welcome, Frank. It's great to have you here today.
Hello, everybody. Guten Tag, guten Abend, good evening, good morning. Thank you very much, Mike, for your introduction. Thank you, dear listeners, to join us. That's a good possibility for us to discuss our topics, which you can see on the LinkedIn as a headline. So I'm very excited about this to come in the discussion with you, and let's start.
So Frank, before we start into that, I wanted to ask you a question. So on your profile, you list yourself as the digital asset expert.
Yes.
So tell me about that. Why that choice of a title?
Yeah, it's digital experts. Maybe I must point, or I must draw the full picture. Schuller Company is, I would say, 90% of the Schuller Company guys are old Aviva guys. And Schuller Company exists because customers like to go to the, we say it in German, transmission or digitalization, and they need people, they need knowledge bases who can help the companies or help companies to go this way in this digitalization. And from my side, I'm in this field many years. Digital twin, data document management is long time in my portfolio and long time in my perspective, my topics. So we are in Schuller Companies, we are digital experts because we are moving companies to the digitalization.
Super. Thank you. Thanks, Frank, for that understanding. So just want to, for those of you that are listening in today, if you would like to have a question for Frank during our conversation, please put them in the comment box on LinkedIn Live or wherever you're listening to us from, and we'll try to answer them as we go through the presentation. The other thing, as you can tell, Frank's first language is German, and second language is English. So to help us through the conversation today, Frank has a presentation, and we'll use that presentation to guide us through, and we'll ask questions of Frank as we go through that today.
Yeah.
So Frank, I'm going to pull that up and we'll let you get started, okay?
Yes, fine. Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, as Mike already said, my mother language is German and English. Yeah, you will hear this, and please excuse me for maybe some grammar failures and maybe also wording and so on. So please excuse this, but I hope we can understand each other, and I can bring my what I like to say to you on the easiest way. So if you don't understand something, please ask questions, and maybe I can explain it. I can explain this in other words and so on. So yes, let's go us forward, and I hope we can go through. I prepared some slides. I have many slides, but it's only I will say red line, a guideline through this topic, digital twin and data and document management. I don't like to ask about or sell something. I only like to present what is common in the German market, what are the main things now, what is the meaning, what are the headlines there, and because of that, I prepared a very short agenda for today. Schuller Company, I will go through this. It's Mike said already what who we are, what we are. Only 3 points which I like to mention more. Then I like to talk about the German marketplace, specialties on the market. What is the digital twin and in a plant engineering? What is the understanding about this? What the customers expecting about this word digital twin? What is BIM, building information modeling, or sometimes management, or reverse? And what is the competition between these two buzzwords? And then I like to answer also the question: do we need a digital twin at all? After this, I like to go through data and document management, which is the basis for a digital twin. How we do this? What are the questions from the market, from the customers? And at the end of the day, I like to answer questions about the benefits for the users, for the companies, maybe a ROE, and then let's answer maybe some questions. But in general, if you have questions, please interrupt me. Let us go in a discussion. The slides are only a red line through this next hour, I will say. Okay, if it's okay for you, then I will go through. Let us start
Yes.
with the Schuller Company, who we are, what we are. Our main thing is we helping and we support companies with the wide range of industries. Doesn't matter if it's a chemical industry, the plant, the pharmaceutical industry, or normal facilities. Doesn't matter which industry it is, but we support these companies on their way into this digitalization. And the focus for us is data and document management and the visualization of this. We bring this together. We will marriage this. We will marriage the visualization with the documents and data, and the result is a digital twin for us. This is our main focus, our main task, our philosophy, where we go through. Yes, we have also tools which helps us to solve this, which creates some solutions about this. But the main focus is helping customer take the hand of the customer and to go through this path in this digitalization.
Yeah, Frank, are you mostly is Schuller Company mostly present in just Europe, or are they present around the world?
We are a young company. Helmut Schuller, which is the owner and the former CSO of Aviva, he founded Schuller Company 2018, so 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. Yes, the first 2 years are located the focus was the DACH region, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. But since 1 year, we are a global company. We bought a tool from Aviva, the BOCAT tool. It's a manufacturing tool for steel design and steel manufacturing. We bought this tool, and because of that, we are now a global company. And with our engineering department, digitalization department, we are now also global.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So what are our services? We have 3 services. It's consulting, as I mentioned already. Yes, we go through the customers, we asking questions, we creating concepts, we say, or we have a look into this customer areas and surroundings, IT solutions, and we creating together with the customer the right concept, the right process to go in this digitalization. It's normal consulting. We helping customers on this way. And then, yes, of course, we also have solutions for this, solutions for a digital twin, solutions for asset management, maybe, also for the data and document management. And yes, also, as I mentioned already, we have own products. As we see Bocard now, if you like to Google this, then own software, Schuller Company software, SNC.net, which I like to, where I have a short screenshot from this tool. It's our digital twin tool, I will say. And yes, also Aviva software, because we are a technology partner for Aviva. So we are a reseller on one hand side, another hand side, we also developing together with Aviva Aviva tools. So we're helping
Yes.
Aviva to make bug fixes and so on.
You have a lot. There's a lot of experience. It seems like you've got in the very short time as a company.
Yeah.
So and you may, if you're going to get to this later, we can answer it later. But a quick question then:
Please.
For a small or mid-sized company, what's the best way to get started on their digital journey? You have a lot of experience, it looks like, in that area.
Yes, it's sometimes a short question, but a difficult topic, because we must go to this also small company, and we must have a look how they work now. It's a EPC, which is a plant design company, or it's an owner operator, which is the owner of a plant. And this is different. So the owner of a plant, it's easy to go there because he has the plant, they have the machines, they have all these surroundings, they have the facilities, and for this we are looking, we're making 3D scans, we're looking to the data sources, data silos, and then we are bring this together. Sometimes it's a pilot, the first step to show the company how it works. That are the rules, that are the processes, that are the players, the stakeholders for this process. And this we are creating, or this then we are developing the first pilot system, and this short system then can grow and can then we bring this to the live environment.
So you're suggesting that it's best for a small to mid-sized company to maybe to start to define what their needs are. I think I hear you say,
yes,
and then start with a pilot,
yes,
of some sort to prove the concept before they try to go broadly. Okay.
The pilot is absolutely necessary. I think it's also a German or European issue to create trust on a customer side, that the customer can see, okay, this is my environment, these are my tasks, this what I like and what I should to do in this process. And if they have trust about this, and if they feel comfortable with this, then they go the next step. And next step is to roll it out.
I don't think that's just a European thing. I think it's an American thing too. I think, all businesses are trying to make sure they protect and serve their customers. And so this idea of trust and credibility is really important up front, because if they're going to make change, they want to be sure they can continue to serve their clients well.
Yeah, but there's a small difference. I come later through this.
Okay.
It's a must, and in some areas on the world and some markets, it's a must to have a digital twin, to have a digital one-to-one mirror of that what is live. In Germany, it's not. It's a can to be, and every customer and every company here in Germany, it's sometimes very very difficult to go into discussions, because the customer said, okay, I don't need this, why I should do this, what is my benefit about this? And these are the first questions which a customer have: benefit, ROE, and why. And this we must answer.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, as I already mentioned, different specialties or different marketing things. I don't like to go to each slide. You know what is a digital twin? There's a Wikipedia comment there. You know what it is. We see the world in a different ways. This is my first slide, which I present on the customer side if I go into this process. And I say, okay, this is my view, my Schuller & Company view, my knowledge, what a digital twin is. And the first step in this is that we take a pen and take a blank sheet of paper, and then we make a drawing what this plant should do. It's only a first thing. And this first step is already a creation of a digital twin because you're creating data. You make notices, you make be a very short and very simple drawing, and so on and so on. So you put your ideas on a sheet of paper, and this is the starting point of a digital twin. And then you adjust this twin. Then you go in the planning and the factory planning, and then you're creating a digital factory twin. So you make your details on your first thoughts. So pin IDs, you make your first 3D models, you make the first parameters, you show on you have a look what is the best object and element for my process or for my plant. The next step is, oh sorry, the next step is that if you have these plans, if you have this design ready, then you go to the assembly, you go to the manufacturing of this, and then you build it up. And then you have the digital assembly twin, this third step, from the scratch with the detailed planning to the assembly of this plant. And if you have this, or if you have a brownfield plant, then you have the production. And with the production phase, you're creating also data and you adjust your twin. These data are necessary for a life cycle of such a digital twin. So it's a ongoing process. And last but not least, for us, is the usage of this. All this data is very important because this is what I said before. Customer asking why I should have this, why should I must do this, and the main thing is to work with this data, to use this data for your daily work, for your daily processes, predictive maintenance, maybe services. Safety reasons and so on and so on. I can come later to this. And this is the work about this. And if I show this process, every customer here in Germany understands, okay, this is the picture why we are asking or why we are going to this process. And then it's clear. And on this basis, we are going to the next step, and then we are asking, what is your IT system, and so on and so on. But this must be clear. And this is not. If you're asking in the German market 10 guys what is a digital twin, you get 11 or 12 answers.
Well,
that's normal.
That's very interesting because it really what you're talking about is you do a twin of the entire value stream process. Basically, it looks like where the company adds value for the customer.
The value is sometimes in the beginning, because then we say, okay, if you like to handle your data and document management, then you must start in the very beginning,
right?
For collecting. And if you go to existing customers and you ask questions, then you often you fall in this production line because they have already something, and then you must asking questions or must find out what is the ROE or benefit in this step. And it's different, but the whole process is the same.
Yeah. So each company would decide which. Am I right in assuming, as you've explained it, you would explain that the different types of digital twins are?
Yes.
And with the client, they would decide which type they would want to ask for your help on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. 90% of this is owner operator. It's on the owner operator side, plant holders, stakeholders for a plant, but they never make the design. So yes, they are owner, but they don't plan this. They don't make the modifications. They don't create its drawings. And these are different companies, different customers for us. And this is combination between the owner operators and the EPCs. For the EPCs, it's easy for us to go in this discussion because we say, okay, let you as an EPC carry about this. You are the data manager already because you make the drawings, you make the plans and so on, you make the design, you know which data you use. And yes, you bring this to your owner operator, to your customer, but together with you and the owner operator and with us as a supporter, make the full picture.
So we have a question that from the audience that I think I'd like to show. From Scott. He asked the question, really, how many smaller mid-sized manufacturers actually have thought about using a digital twin?
Oh, many of them, really many of them, because they are in this merge, and the margin is very very low on this, and they're using, or they like to find out where is more potential about this, and they work with this is very common now. So
Mm-hmm.
90% are mid-size and smaller companies now, because they are working for bigger companies maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or they must find out more potentials. And for this, they are using these data. So 90%,
Thank you.
really.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for this question. Um, this are a slide where I like to bring it up, the trust thing, I would say. So who and why we need this. This is a normal picture, maybe all over the world, but very common in Germany. You have
Mm-hmm.
existing plants, which are sometimes 40, 50 years old, really. And also this are a normal picture in Germany or in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you have sometimes accidents. And to answer questions, to say, okay, who was responsible for this? Who was the last guy on this element or object? Or how I can use these data already for maybe the surrounding issues. If you have um, a pipeline which is in the nearby this accident, maybe you must protect this pipeline first, and then you must carry about this fire. So to work with this is, yeah, it's necessary to have the data for you, for maybe the firefighters or for the insurance company, and so on and so on. And if I show this picture, everybody said, okay, you have right. Nobody thinking about accidents. Everything works well every time. But if something happens, then you get immediately bigger questions.
Yeah.
And to answer these questions on a basic on a data model and basic on a digital twin, it's for the customers here in Germany quite now really, really important.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you.
Um, I go through this. We talked about what is a digital twin, of course. Who needs this? Yes, these are the main players in the German market who are the main users also for a digital twin or for the datas in a digital twin. And as I said, okay, fire brigades are very, very common now because they like to be the first one who like to make the right decision if
Mm-hmm.
something happens, is if an accident starts. And also, yeah, the normal process engineers or plant designers like to have the actual data, what is the plan and what is the actual status. And these are the main users. Um, sorry, how you get a digital twin? I think this question is absolutely different. And then I like to step in the front of my conversation or my presentation, where I said, okay, each customer have his own surrounding, and each customer, and doesn't matter which branch it is, we must look at it and discuss this from customer to customer separately, who is or how we can get such a digital twin. But at each customer, you have datas, and datas are the basic of a digital twin for us. You have in the middle the plant, it's the real world,
Yes.
and then it's a mass of datas, which, and it's only a part of this.
Well,
But
I can imagine, if I could just interrupt for a second, I can imagine that many of your clients don't have this data available. So how long does it typically take for someone who's got to put this data together for you? Because most plants won't have this much organized, you know?
yeah, it takes, if you're creating a pilot for us, a creation period of a pilot takes for us 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
because we are starting small. We are using the main important data for us. Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
make such a 3D scan. This is the visualization part
Mm-hmm.
of this, what the customer like to have. And this visualization is not only for a digital twin, it's also for the designers or for something more. Yes, we do this because it's necessary to us, because we like to marriage this between the data and the real picture. And it takes to make this combination about this data, sorry, um, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to have a first picture what are the main silos, data silos, which data are necessary for the first picture. And yes, this is the main or the first pilot system, and that's it. But yes, it's necessary to ask questions, to draw a picture from the real now IT system. Who are the datas? Where are the datas? How are the interfaces to there? And come later through to our system or to our knowledge base, how we handle this and what is our solution behind this to make this, I will say, marriage.
Mm-hmm. Maybe before
Excuse
we
me.
go past that, we had a question that is a very specific one that maybe you can answer from Marcel. So let me just put it up on the screen here.
Yeah.
He asks, what are the areas of intersection between digital twins and quality by design and biomanufacturing of cell and gene therapies? It's a very specific question. I don't know if you've had any experience in this area.
Maybe we can put this question to the end of my
Okay,
my presentation.
perfect.
Maybe we can answer this in this phase. If not, let us go through, and then I will answer end of
All right.
end
Thank
of
you.
this presentation.
Thank you.
BIM is another point. You saw the definition.
Mm-hmm.
BIM is for me the communication platform in this architecture world. The architect will create his models, more than one, and he must bring his architecture information to the building place. And for this is BIM. It's the first step of a digital twin. Yes, BIM is also a part of the, as I said it before, the drawing, the first ideas, the first plans, and this is BIM. For me, is BIM, for us as Schuller Company, is BIM the first step, and from this BIM, you can create a digital twin. And how
Mm-hmm.
we do this and why we do this, we'll show the next picture, because you have sometimes a battle between both systems. What is the leader? Who is the leader? The BIM model is for us a static model. The digital twin is a dynamic model, because the digital twin is a life cycle, a CV file, Lebenslaufakte, we say it in German, yeah, an ongoing process to collect the data, collect documents, and to increase the model. BIM is sometimes will be stopped if the building is ready. A digital twin is moving on. Yes, and the difference is, as I said, dynamic and static. You have project participants via stakeholders. BIM is generating, or is generated by starting the design, and digital twin, or it's a German word, sorry for this. Digital twin is an ongoing process after this building phase. So yeah, I think it's together, but sometimes you have a border from the BIM to the digital twin surrounding. And if I go with the customer in this discussion, is this my last slide? Also this BIM slide is my last slide to explain where we are, where the customer is, and where we like to go. And then the customer understands why he needs a digital twin and what is the difference between us.
What is so in terms of maintaining a digital twin, maybe you'll get to this question. Is it difficult once you start? Is it difficult to maintain the digital twin, to sustain it?
Yes, it's difficult to maintain this. Yes, because of understanding and because of the different surroundings and environments. Yeah. Short
And
question.
so
Short
and
answer.
so and so you have to be able to dedicate some resources, I think, as the company to
Um,
sustain that. Yes.
it's always a question to do this together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, resource is always the question. Nobody has resources now, but we help the customer to use the right resources now to create this, and we can do this job for the customer. We can create this, but it's never a one man job. It's always
Mm-hmm.
together with the customer, because we need the information, we need the IT surrounding, we need the responsibilities, we need the decision makers on board. So it's always a work together. And yes, it takes time, and yes, also money for this. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Um, and as I already mentioned, in Germany, we don't need this. Please don't understand me wrong. We don't need this. In Singapore, in Australia, or in the US market, you have more rules to do this. In Germany, we only have VDE guidelines. A guideline means that you can do this. It's not a must. You can do this. And yes, if you like to do this, you have rules and descriptions and things how you can do this, but it's not a must. Nobody controls this. No official side, no board, no government board has a controlship to this. It's not a need. And because of that, you don't have any pressure in the market to go through this digitalization. It's always a question from the company. It's only a political decision from the company to go there and to find out benefits and ROEs to do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is very different. Yes, on a BIM market it's different because you must build it up and you have a plan how you do this, but it's only a rule engine if you like to do this. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
must.
Mm-hmm.
And this is different to the, I think, to the other markets in the world, because as I said, Singapore, UK market, also the whole Asian market is full of rules, and it's a must to do this. Um, but you need data and you need documents to fulfill the digital twin. Um, this is what we see very often, really very often on a customer side. You have
Mm-hmm.
several domains. You have here the 3D sector. You can create a 3D model. You have time management tools, material management tools. You have process management tools, PNIDs in this way. You have several data silos which communicating with each other on a direct way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a scheme, but yes, sometimes, and 90% of our customers come from this environment. This is what we find out. And this is not dynamic, because if you like to change something, maybe you can
Yeah.
lose data. It's, yeah, it's not stable. And in these times, you have so many changes, you have so many, yeah, things which are not stable. So this is not flexible. And what we are doing, what is our effort, is to bring, yeah, a little bit order in this system. And how we do this, this is our knowledge. No, not really our knowledge. It's the knowledge from a system, which we call it a data model. And
Mm-hmm.
data models could be in these rule engines, a building rule engine, BIM or KKS. It's a common rule engine in Germany. A name rule, Germany means a plant, power plant rule engine, or if you have normal plants, these are a rule engine which already is installed, a data model which is already installed on a customer side, which gives us the possibility, depending on the names of the objects, names of the attributes, names of the documents, to have a understanding. Who is the data? Where is the data? Who is the document? What is the the location, and so on and so on. And we use this to create with this, yeah, a stable, flexible situation.
Most of your clients keep their data on a local server or in the cloud?
Local servers.
Local servers. And I
After,
guess that
yeah,
that's because of cyber concerns, I think, yes?
it's regarding about the trust. Trust, where are my data? I like to have the hands on my data, and I can
Mm-hmm.
only protect my data myself. That is what the customers told us. Now they are a little bit open. They are going now to the cloud because they know, okay, cloud doesn't hurt, and also the data are safe in the cloud. And now the step by step, the customers go through this cloud system. But until 2 years ago, everybody has his own storages, local hardware, and so on and so on.
And so, if they're going more and more to the cloud, have you seen any? Have you had any breaches in the data going to the cloud, or you've been able to keep things secure?
We keeping this thing secure. Um, if they are If you remember my second slide where I presented the 5 steps of the digital twin, already in this design phase, in the plant design phase, they are creating small data things, and because of that, they are growing with this, and they are creating also all the security things with this creation of the digital twin in the cloud. So for them, is this safe? For the customers, is this safe? Um, yes, for customers, it's also important to know where is the cloud server from the cloud company, from Amazon or from Azure or from Microsoft and so on. For the customers, it's important to know that is in Frankfurt or that is in Ireland. But yes, if they know this, then they are happy, and that's it.
Thank you. Good.
And this is the picture, our picture, which we like to show the customer to see or to describe. It doesn't matter where your data are. It doesn't matter which silo is important for us. It doesn't matter where is the location, cloud or local, or which system it is. You have what you can touch, the paper or the real facility. Here you have a 3D scan or a normal scan, and then we bring this system together with this document management system, laser scans, and this rule engine. And the next step is to show all this data on such a dashboard. And this is the digital twin. This is the pilot system for the customers to see, okay, I have a look, I have a view in my system on my data. I can handle this. I can bring up my data. Doesn't matter where they are. Bring up this data to my dashboard, and I can make my decision. I can use my filters. I can use my searching engine on this dashboard, and I know where I am. Maybe regarding of this 3D model or regarding of this 3D scan, the point cloud, and then you can work with these data. And we bring this together, depending on the data model.
Okay.
And that's it. This is our digital twin. This is our solution. This is one of the solutions which we have to describe what the customer will get. And then we design maybe other solutions on top on this, because this is our data handling system, and then we can play with this. Yeah, we can create another rule engine. We can create another dashboard only to go through this model, and so on and so on. So this is necessary for us to present them customers. Okay, you can touch this. This is your dashboard. This is your digital twin.
Okay.
And this answers so many questions. If they have a look on this and they can understand, or they understand because they see their own data, then is the customer happy? And then you say, okay, now I understand why I do this. And then we are in the process. Yes, at the end of the day, we answer the questions. What are the benefits? As I already said, okay, you have several stakeholders from them, the owner operator, which use this data to carry about this, to maybe maintain the plans, to make maybe accidents, or to handle accidents or other issues. The contractor, who is responsible for the data management for the owner operator, which can help the owner operator to handle his digital twin, or which creating new data, and on demand people who supports this, who are maybe a freelancer, which should take care about all this data, because the owner operator don't have the resources to do this at his own. And yeah, why we do this? Yes, we have so many statuses on the plants. We have the reality where we make additional planning on this, some changes and so on. and also handovers, where we can push the button on this dashboard. We compare all these data together, and the planning or the plan designer can bring this handover to the owner operator, and can bring this digital twin to the owner operator, and can see, okay, you have your digital twin, you have your data, and now you can work yourself with this. Um, yeah, because you never find what is designed as you build, and yeah, also there is a big gap between what you have built and between this what is the reality. So
Right.
these
So
gaps you can close with this.
exactly, that makes a lot of sense. If I can see what the design was in a dynamic way, and I can see how I'm operating, then I can see the gap, and it helps me understand. It also, I'm imagining with the digital twin, I also can learn more about where the gap is in terms of what actions I have to take to close the gap.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the case?
It's really the case. Absolutely, this is the case, and to help them to make to have the overview and to make the right decisions. Because of
Mm-hmm.
that, they use this, and this is the most ROE for the customer to get very fast the right data to make the very fast decision to go in
Mm-hmm.
the process. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Um, yes, this is a normal business case. To asking questions, to ask about the requirements which are necessary to do this. This is our process where we helps the customer to understand this. Um, and yes, I also found LRE research results, where we can show the customers that 50% of the companies which go this process have a positive ROE after 3 months. So if they are using our pilot, they have immediately come out outcome of money or time to save this. And I think this numbers are really good for to make trust, or to bring the trust to the company side, to say, okay, let us go to this, because I have immediately a ROE for me, and I have numbers for myself to reinvest this maybe.
When you make a proposal up front to use a digital twin, are you able to give
Yes.
the company a vision of what they should expect to save because of what they invest?
Yes, definitely. That is one of the goals and one of the tasks for us in our concept phase, to show the customer this is your status quo, this is your process, and this is the ROE which we expect after 1, 3, 5 months or less. And we will bring this, and we will show this with the pilot. That is just the reality. But this ROE we definitely bring up this to this concept phase. Definitely, yeah.
Mm,
This is the
thank
outcome.
you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you must be able to make the visualization. We are going through this plans. We make the scannings, we make data engineering, which is necessary to have a look to the data silos, to have a look to the IT systems, to the um, um, connections and interfaces. And yes, if we have this half a picture, then we make a link between this, and this is what we bring to the customers to see, okay, what you need and what is necessary to go through this process, and to handle this to handle this digital twin. Um, then it's sometimes, and now very common in the market, and also for the worldwide market. We have a tool now together with our company. We are able now to to create a 3D model, intelligent 3D model with a
Mm-hmm.
PNID from a 3D scan with
Okay.
help of a AI. Um, so yes, this is a history about this. What we are doing is to scan a 3D point cloud, and then the outcome is a 3D model as a first step. This is a 3D model where
Wow.
where we linked this 3D model with a PIN ID. And so the customer will get automatically a first 3D, digital twin, only because he gives us his 3D scan, or we make this 3D scan. So this process is improved now. We bring it out in September on our user conference. But the customers, we have several pilot customers now, because the status now is that we can handle all the pipings, or the piping surrounding, not the structural or the steel designs or the electrical designs. Does not, but only the piping works quite good.
Yes.
And it helps the customer to save time. They don't must rebuild, remodel this. Only they need to push the button, and then they get first the 3D model, and then automatically the connection between this 3D model and the PIN ID. So you have also the connection to this data level.
Yes. Is this fairly common in the marketplace today, or is this
Yes,
something that unique to your
really.
company? So really, it's
No.
standard.
It's our solution. Yes, of course. To be honest, we are a little bit proud of this because it's a world new thing. So this process is improved, and we have a very big feedback from the market, from the German market, because they like to save time. And they not like to rebuild all these scans with other tools, with PDS or with the Smart Plant or with Aviva tools, but they need these 3D models for the redesign or plant design of this brownfield plant, and to help them to be faster, to be more efficient, and also to have automatically the connection to the data level with the digital twin. This helps a lot to go through this, and this saves times 30 to 40% of this piping rebuild piping time. So this is a huge effort for the customers now.
Okay, thank you.
This is quite new. If you'd like to have this, I have also a white paper about this. You can go through this. There's a description how we do this and what are the benefits about this. What is the history? I can just send it through if you have interest.
If you'll send
about
it to
this.
me, I'll post it on our website
Yeah,
so that the
fine.
listeners can have it. That would be great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's great. Yes,
Okay.
and it's it. Last
Okay.
but not least, I'd like to show a very short movie.
All right.
Where we connect two worlds, the process world and the data world, together. Because we know owner operators are more process driven, operation driven. They have their own process worlds there. They have this for decisions. And the engineers need the engineering, the data level world, and there is no connection between these two worlds. And we bring this together. And this will show the next 1 minute movie,
Okay.
where you have such a operation world. You have this here, you have a reactor here, you have the pump, you can choose the pump, and this is full or is full of operation data. But you don't know descriptions, you don't know where it is, you don't know what is the PIN ID behind this, and you also don't know what is the 3D model behind this. And if you push there, automatically you can open the data level, the engineering level of this, and you have this direct connection to this, and you have all these plans, all these drawings, all these PIN IDs, all these 3D models there, and you can use this for your engineering view. And so both worlds are together. So very easy to use, a very short connection, but yes, there we are. We are in the handling and management of the data and documents, and that's it. What could be an outcome about this? What could be a really good solution?
Very interesting. Thank you for that.
And now I'm finished. So
good. So let's go back to that question. That's really interesting I didn't, to be candid, for me, my expertise, as I may have mentioned, is more on change management side and how to leverage these tools once they're installed. So the technical side is quite interesting. It's a very practical application once you really get in and put it together to show the benefits. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the technical thing is it's the prio two. The main thing, my job, my best or my first step into the market is the most difficult thing. To convince the customer to go this way, to see, okay, it's a necessary thing to handle this, to create your digital twin, to create the trust, to teach them also. As I said, 10 times you ask the same questions, you get 11 or
Yes.
12 answers. This is the main part of the process. To handle this on the technical side, it's, I don't like to say it's easy, but you can do this. You have the technical environments, doesn't matter.
I
But
want to come back to I want to come back to Marcel's question if you're able to answer it. If not, we can get to him later. But do you understand quality by design, and do you do any work in the biomanufacturing area or not?
yes, we do this. The first biomanufacturing was a 3D model from a biocell company, which gives us the 3D model where we walk through. So yes, we have experience about this. Um, if I understand this question right, maybe we must come later through. But yes, biomanufacturing is absolutely a part of our job. Yeah.
So I think if you understand, I think the phrase "quality by design," it's it's designing in the quality, and I guess digital twins can help you accomplish that. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Helps to get a picture, and sometimes most of this brings the customer to the end, to the conclusion that you need more data, you need more quality, you need more um, 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 yeah, things to be more, or to be quicker, or to make it more easier to handle, and so on. So this pilot is for us also a picture for the customer. And as I said, doesn't matter which branch it is. It's the first picture to see, okay, where I have gaps, what is the next step, what I need more to go this path. And it's a picture, it's a mirror for the customers every time.
Yeah, thank you. One of the things that we often hear about and talk about in our Industry 4.0 club is the sort of relationship between IT, if you
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying there, and OT, if you
Yeah.
understand the phrase in English, the information technology group team, which is focused on cybersecurity, and the operational team, the OT, which is focused on
Yeah.
the results. And sometimes there's some
Yeah.
conflict there.
Yeah.
What have you seen? What have you seen yourself in that? Does the digital twin help bridge that divide, or tell me about?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely, because as I said, both of these two parties are always on the table, always, because we need them. We need them to handle what could we do with the data, and yes, we must answer questions. Where are the data? And for this, where you need the IT guys, and this both must sit on the same table. And then we learn about this. We asking the same questions to both, and this brings also very often both on the customer side together. Because as you said, sometimes they split it, and sometimes they also don't understand each other, because the goal of of the OT is different to the IT.
yes,
Uh, and because of that, this digital twin, this pilot, helps also to understand the whole system, the whole, yeah, I would say the whole process. And sometimes decision makers come to us after this and shake us our hands to say, okay, you help us to create a discussion, to create the right communication, and now both understand each other. And this is sometimes not in our concept, but very often the main reason for such a pilot.
thank you for that. So we're reaching close to the end of our hour together. What would be your final thoughts to share with our audience before we finish today?
Yeah, final thoughts. Let us go through this. It's very a big buzzword here in Germany and in the European market to go through. We must learn from our surroundings, our part of the world, how we can do this on a smarter way. We make now big steps, but it starts very slowly. But now we like to to go through. We helping the customers, but maybe please come to me to handle this together. We are one world. The customers are global. We are global, and I like to open a discussion. Maybe after this, you can touch me from there, or you can get me on my LinkedIn profile. Let us work together and let us, yeah, push this, because this is my, as I said, my main thing, my sometimes the main part of my job, to teach the customers, and then I don't think on solutions or to make my business. Sometimes I only like to teach, to bring the thinking to the market.
No, I think that's so important. I agree with you. I think it goes back to what we talk about our mission in the Industry 4.0 Club is we know that if a manufacturer doesn't use the technology and the tools
Yes.
available today, they're much more cost effective than ever before.
Yeah.
And, for strong economies and for strong productivity, these tools have to be engaged. So
Yes.
we want to help people to make that, to use these tools appropriately and make that progress. So thank you for that. Before we wrap up, I just want to summarize. This has been, we've been talking the last hour with Frank Müller. He's head of sales for Schuller Company. He's located in Berlin. We've really enjoyed the conversation around digital tools and data management. If you've enjoyed this conversation with Industry 4.0 Club, please join us Mondays, Women in Manufacturing. Tuesdays, the future of manufacturing, focus on a technical topic. Wednesdays, we will work on we do fireside chat with an interesting person like someone like Frank. And Thursday, we do people, process, and culture. We speak about something in that area. All of our broadcasts will either be on Clubhouse or here on LinkedIn at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 6:30 p.m. Central European Time. I want to close. I've got a great comment here from Harold. He really says, thank you for your insights and your views. So that's great. Thank you, Harold, too, for joining us this afternoon. And I guess for everybody, and for Frank, ich wünsche Ihnen eine gute Woche und vielen Dank für Ihre Zeit heute.
Vielen Dank, Mike. Vielen Dank. It was a pleasure for me. Thank you all for listening. And yes, I'm open, and let us go in touch. And I will be part of this Industry 4.0 Club now until my end of my life, because I think this is the real platform to go into discussion, to handle this. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.